Happy New Year, I'm Amelia and welcome back to my channel. This video specifically is 25 easy ways that you can save money. I have absolutely loads of videos on my YouTube already that I will link some down below. But this is just 25 easy ways that you can save money this upcoming year. Make your finances that little bit better. We all know it has been a trying few years with the cost of living being sky high. These are a few ways that you can combat that and just help yourself out. It's in no particular order, they're all a bit jumbled up, but if you could take a few out of these, you will notice that your finances do generally better throughout the year. As always, I have my list. I can't go anywhere without writing a list. I will try my best to not look down, but I do tend to accidentally look down a lot through my videos, and I only notice while I'm editing. Number one, and this is a real important one, it is make a budget. Everyone should have a budget. A budget is either the exact amount that you are earning each month, or if you are self-employed and it fluctuates, the minimum and the maximum amount that you spend and kind of averaging it out roughly. Or I would probably more lean towards focusing on the lower end of how much you're earning. However much you earn, take away all of the necessities, everything you absolutely need. And then what you're left with is what you can either pay off debt with, save with, invest with. And if you are very close or over that budget, it is a way that you then need to realise you need to rein back more or earn more money. But making a budget doesn't have to be restrictive. People always think, oh, like budgets are a bad thing. No, you can control your own budget. So if you have the funds and you want to do a lot of expensive things, then as long as that is within your budget and you are budgeted for that, that is fine. One thing my husband and I do now that we're earning a little bit more money than we were a few years ago is we budget and give ourselves pocket money at the beginning of each month. We get a money out in cash and we know that that is for us to spend on whatever we choose. Often at the moment I've been attempting the last few weeks, but I've been getting my eyelashes done and I've really been enjoying that, and it's something that I would never have been able or wanted to justify before, but because it's now in the budget I don't feel guilty at doing that with my money. I have got a budgeting video that I will link down below, but I do it old-fashioned. I do it by pen and paper, write down exactly how much we have coming in at the month, take out all of the necessities, and then whatever is left I then divvy up. So the necessities include sinking funds as well, and I divvy up whatever's left and then I divide it between the different savings account and overpaying my mortgage. My tip number 2 is to meal plan. Food, I feel, is a big way in which most people can save money, and I 100% believe that people do not really know how much they are spending on food. I truly believe that whatever you say you're spending at the supermarket, you should double, because you are not including all of the little trips to the shop when you just need to get butter and then you come out with a £20 shop here and there. All of the times you're getting takeaways, all of the kids' school lunches if you're having to pay for them now. When I say my food budget is £500 a month, that is for absolutely every single aspect of food we buy in a month. Unless, like I said earlier, we have our little pocket money that we get, unless Joel or myself have bought something in that. So often Joel will buy with his pocket money a couple of cans of Coke for on a Friday night, or a couple of cans of some form of fizzy on a Friday night to eat with our homemade pizzas. That doesn't come out of my budget because he has paid for that in cash with his pocket money. But generally speaking, our budget is £500 a month, and that is for absolutely everything. Most people do not realise how much they're spending because they go, oh, our weekly food shop is £50, so we only spend £50 a month, £50 a week, sorry. But they go to the shop 4 other times in the week and spend an extra £25, then that's another £100, and people don't add them in. All of these things really do add up. Adding in your kids' school lunches, adding in anything that has food in it should be included, and most people don't. Meal planning will help you make sure you're not wasting food, you're not popping to the shops, and you get everything you need in that one shop. Which leads me on to my next one, which is stop eating out and bring snacks out with you. If you are people that eat out a lot, because I get it, if you're both working full-time, your kids are in school, everything's rushing, go, 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 it is really stressful. I do understand completely. However, that is where so much of your money is going. Eating out is just so expensive. Limit it as much as you can and add it into the budget. If you like going out once a week for a meal, make sure it's in your budget. If there's not room in your budget for it, go out once a month, go out less. Just generally try to avoid eating out as much as possible. My number 4 is get out of debt. This one probably should have been number 1, but I wrote them down as they came to me, so they're all a bit mismatched. But number 4 is get out of debt. If you are in debt, then a huge amount of your money is being wasted on interest, on monthly payments. And just because you can afford the monthly payments doesn't mean you can afford the item. But when I say debt, I mean if you've got credit card debt, if you've got cars on finance, if you've got anything in debt that also has a really large amount of interest, pay it off in 2025. Then not only are you saving your monthly payment amount and you're freeing up a couple of £100 potentially a month, you are then saving the money that they were paying on the interest. Overpay, sell things if you must, but get out of debt in 2025. And a way that this can help you get out of debt and save more money is cancel your subscriptions. Yeah, any streaming services, any meal box subscriptions, any like beauty boxes or Graze box deliveries, and any subscriptions that you have, cancel. One thing we did recently was we actually cancelled our Amazon subscription. We decided, Joel and I spoke about it, and we said, let's cancel it. Not only will it save us that £95 a year, it will also prevent us from just buying things on the drop of the hat because it can come tomorrow. We need something, oh, let's order it on Amazon, it will come tomorrow. We don't have that option anymore. So we are generally going to think more about what we are spending our money on, not have impulse purchases as much that can just be delivered straight away. And we have to be a bit more intentional. So we are going to save money in the long run. If you've got multiple streaming services, you only need one at a time. Once you've watched everything on that one, cancel that and start another one. Number 6, it's a great month for me to say this, but most of you might not like me, it's stop drinking alcohol. My husband and I do not drink alcohol. We're not against it. It's not that we don't drink it, it's that we just choose not to because it's so expensive for what it is. It's not good for us. It's extra calories that I don't need to have. I prefer to have those extra calories on food. It is not a necessity. If you need to save money this year, stop drinking alcohol. And luckily it is dry January, so you can tie inside and just see how much you save. I think I vaguely mentioned this one already, but number 7 is only go shopping once a week and make sure you bring a list. I only go into a food shop once a week if possible, where possible, and I bring a list with me every time. And I get absolutely everything from that list. I don't deviate from the list. Obviously, every now and then, sometimes I forget to write the thing that I know that I need, and I will get that. I only go shopping once a week, so then I'm less likely to be enticed and needing to pop into the shops and get more things throughout the week. And if I do, which is very rare, if I do have to pop into the shop in the week at a later date, then I will just literally go in with my blinkers on and go and get the one thing that I need. I don't look around, I don't stop to think, I don't go down all of the aisles, I get that one item and then I quickly and promptly leave. But the less you're in shops, the more you will naturally save because you don't have the access to spend your money. Number 8 is don't get a new phone and phone contract. I hear that people have 24-month long phone contracts and at the end of that they think that they have to, or they want to hand their phone back in and get a whole new one, and they're spending in some places like £100 a month on these phone contracts. What we do is we buy our phones outright in cash, or we get them secondhand still in cash, and we just then have a SIM contract. So I have a Google phone, me and my husband have a joint account, but we spend I think £20 a month for both of our SIM, and that is for unlimited data, unlimited text, unlimited minutes, like for £10 per person a month. It's just a no-brainer to me, and there's no contract, and I will use this phone until it breaks. I don't get a new one every couple of years for the next best model. You don't need the newest phone every 2 years. Number 9 is stop getting takeaway coffees and teas. They are really expensive. All of those little trips, popping to Costa, popping to Starbucks, buying a £5 cup of coffee when you can make it at home for pennies. But you can also, another thing you can do, stop drinking teas and coffees altogether. My husband and I don't drink tea and coffee, and we save so much money. We don't like it, to be fair, so it's easy for us to do that. We don't enjoy it, but we save so much money because we don't drink tea and coffee. Number 10 is a really important one, but it's learn to say no. Grow your no muscles. It is too easy to be taken in by peer pressure, by what you want to do, by what you think you should be doing, by what society tells you need to do, to say yes to things which you cannot afford or that you don't even want to do. Learn to say no. If someone invites you out for a meal and you really want to go but you want to save money, you can say no. You can send them an alternative. Hey, no, we're not going to go out for a meal, but you're welcome to come here and then we still get to hang out, but I'm not spending 40, 50, 60 pounds on a meal. It's just not necessary. And you will feel so much more content with your finances if you do learn to say no to things that you do and don't want. Number 11, it was a bit like cancel subscriptions, but it's to unsubscribe. Unsubscribe from the emails that you get from shops that encourage you to spend money, from social media accounts that make you want to spend money, and all of them, all of them social media influencers that go this, go buy that, I just bought a brand new Tesla, I'm doing this, I bought this new house. Unsubscribe. If they don't make you feel good about your life, or they don't align in what you want to be doing, or if they don't align with your finance goals and they are leading you to want to buy and spend more money, unsubscribe. Number 12, which this is something that I've done for years and I really encourage people to get into a routine of it, which is check your bank account every single day. Every morning or every evening, I go onto my banking app and I just check it, making sure it's doing exactly what I expect it to be doing. Because I've said this to so many people, and they said as soon as they started, they found out that they were spending 10, 20, sometimes £30 on subscriptions on things that they didn't even realise were coming out and that shouldn't have been, or that they weren't using, and that they've immediately just saved themselves £30 a month just by checking their bank. It takes 10 seconds. Number 13 is use cashback apps. I've used a lot of cashback apps before. My favourite one is Jam Doughnut. I will put a link down below if you would like to use it, and I think it gives me like £4 and you maybe £4 if you use it. And this isn't because I'm on YouTube, anyone can get this link, but it does really help me out. So I will link down below the Jam Doughnut app, and this is a great easy way to get cash back on items that you know you're going to be spending anyway. So say your budget is £500 a month like ours is on food shopping, and you do all of your food shopping in the same place, then at the beginning of the month you can buy a voucher of £500. Let's say it's a 5% cash back, then on that £500 you're going to get 5% back in cash. Every time you go to the supermarket that month, you just scan the barcode for that voucher at checkout and it just comes off the voucher. I've currently never had any problems with that. The only problems is you need to make sure that you check that it's either in store or online only, because sometimes that is the case. I've already saved like £60 in cash just by using this cashback app. And you can also do gift cards. There's been a few times where I've had family members, we don't lend money, but we have gifted money before when people are struggling, and we've had family members that have kind of contacted us saying they're struggling before, and what I would do is then send them like a £200 Tesco's voucher through Jam Doughnut, so at least then I'm getting a bit of the cash back, but they also have access to food that they can get whenever they want. Number 14, which this one got me into a lot of trouble on a few of my Christmas videos, but do you know what, I don't care. People are always going to have opinions, and it's not going to change the way I live my life. In 2025, start shopping secondhand. I am planning on doing a whole video about secondhand shopping because there is so much stigma, but it is so important to try your best to shop secondhand. And I'm not saying everything, but if you are someone who is quite like icked out by it, please give it a go. Not only do you save money, you are helping the environment, you're preventing more items to be made by slaves because there is less of a demand. You get to vote with your money. It's really important, and that is one thing I do. I try my best to buy absolutely everything other than like underwear, socks and food, really. I try my best to buy everything and anything secondhand first. That is my first protocol, is can I find it secondhand? And then after searching and being patient, if I really can't find it secondhand, then I will give in and try and find it new, but with like cashback apps. Every single thing that I'm wearing, other than underwear, is secondhand. This is brand new, like everything was brand new but secondhand, and I bought it from a fraction of the price. This was a 100% organic cotton cardigan from M&S originally. I got it for 50p from a charity shop. Someone want to comment down below how much they think it should have been new? I would be very interested, but I'm guessing over £20 if it's organic cotton from Marks and Spencer's. Number 15, as you know, it has just been Christmas. One thing I do, and I have loads of videos to help you with Christmas budgeting, but one thing I do every year is I reflect on how much Christmas cost us, and I see how much we spent this year, and then I go, okay, to be able to afford that Christmas again this year, if I want more money, if I want less money, then I work out at how much I should be saving each month. And normally I do it over 10 months rather than 12 months. I don't think I've ever mentioned that before, but then I have a Christmas sinking fund for 10 months of the year where I'm saving £50, £100 a month. And I know come November I have £1,000, let's say, that's an example, that's not how much I actually spent, but £1,000 put away ready for Christmas. And one thing I also do is I also shop for Christmas presents in the new year. There are so many good deals in January in the New Year sales and in like the Boxing Day sales that I often do sometimes buy things that I know or that we will use the following Christmas. Often it is normally Christmas decorations. Christmas decorations you can get so cheaply in the new year, and that is also in the case for charity shops in the new year, because they just want to get rid of all their Christmas stock and they want it all gone, and it's normally a fraction of the price. So I shop and plan for Christmas all year round. I don't leave it late, and that is the thing. If you are a last minute person, you are going to spend more money on Christmas. It's just guaranteed, because you're not prepared and you're not going to be getting the good deals, because everything is so inflated around Christmas time. You don't have to wait for Black Friday. There are deals all year round. Number 16, I think I might have mentioned it already, but declutter your house, and with what you declutter, sell what you don't need. Decluttering naturally saves you money because you've actually realised how much stuff you actually have, and it makes you go, I don't need to buy new things. And then you can actively make money on the items that you are no longer using. Having less stuff will clear your mind and make everything seem more relaxed. Less is a lot easier to handle. Number 17 is something we have recently done. Annoyingly, our car insurance always comes out in December. One thing you can always do is any form of insurance is ready for renewal. Shop around. You will save so much money by shopping. Like this year, last year our car insurance, the best deal we could find was like £750. We have quite a big car now, and Joel was able to reinsure with someone else, and it then went down to I think £550. So we saved I think nearly £200 on our car insurance. Which leads me on to my number 18. It's please pay for all of your insurance and taxes, like where you can for your car. Pay for it in a lump sum. So your tax and your insurance, rather than paying monthly, that is a more expensive price. Make a sinking fund so that you can pay the car insurance and the tax in one lump sum and save yourself some money in the long run. We save £200 a month to be able to run both our cars. It's called a sinking fund. Every month we put £200 into a savings account so that when the insurance and the tax are due, we have the cash ready to go and we don't have to spend that little bit more money by paying monthly for it. Number 20 is, this is not something that I necessarily actively do, but I hear a lot of people do it and it really helps them. It's having like no spend days, weeks, months. My whole life is generally like a no spend challenge, I guess, because I try my best to not spend money where possible. But if that is something that really helps you, knowing that, okay, this week is a no spend week, try not to buy anything this week other than absolute necessities. Give it a go if that works for you. I hear it works for a lot of people. But one thing that does help me, number 20, is my 21, it's either bring cash with you when you're going somewhere that you know is an option to spend money. So depending on what works best for your brain, if you know that you can only go somewhere and you only have £50 to spend, then just bring that money. If you bring a credit card or a debit card that has more on there, then if you see something else that you want, or something else you want to do, or you want to drink more, or you want to do this, if you know that you're in an environment where you can spend more money but you don't want to, bring only what you're allowed to spend, so then you cannot go over budget and you have to be more precise. Like if you go food shopping and you know you're someone who just tends to try and put everything in the trolley, just bring the cash that you are able to spend at that shop. It makes you count and track everything you're buying and making sure you're sticking to lists, and it means that you're not going to go overspend because you don't have the option to overspend. Number 22, it's a really important one, and it actually goes with one of my first things about meal planning. It's learn to cook. The most important thing my husband and I did when we kind of over the last like 7-8 years, it's been learning to cook. Our food budget has been so much more manageable the better we get at cooking, because we know that we can make food just as good from home, that's better for us and that saves us a ton of money, and we enjoy it more. So it becomes a much better thing for your finances if you can cook really good yummy food. You're much less tempted to go out or get meal subscription boxes. Oh, my 23 might ruffle some feathers, but we're gonna say it because I've never been someone to not say something that might ruffle feathers. Say what you think what you say. But I would really encourage you, if you are a spender, to stop using your credit cards. Yeah, you're gonna tell me all about the points. I do have a credit card, I do. I have one credit card, and that is things that I buy really big purchases on, that I know I have the cash for and that I immediately pay off. But you will, if you're using a credit card, I would say 9 times out of 10, you will spend more money, because rather than seeing a amount of money that you have dwindled down, it kind of shows you how much you have left to spend in a weird way. I don't know if that's how everyone's brain thinks, but it doesn't feel like it's your money as much, and you'll naturally just spend a bit more money. And you're going to tell me about the points. You are. But I have had my Virgin Atlantic credit card for 7 years now, and the points haven't really done much for me. We had quite a lot of points. COVID hit, we couldn't really use them. We have too big a family now to be able to save enough points to use them for trips. Where they have been somewhat helpful is when we go to shopping centres and maybe want to get a Greggs, we can get that for free. But also, we don't need to do that, and the amount we actually have to spend. So I think to get one sausage roll from Greggs, we have to spend like £300, because it's about 200 points for a Greggs sausage roll. And it's just not worth it, and I end up spending more money using a credit card. So if you are a spender, if you're in debt, I will really encourage you to get rid of your credit cards, lock them away, cut them up, keep one for emergency that you leave at home in a drawer tucked away that you don't take out day to day. And then you can physically see your money dwindle away, and you're less likely to spend money if you see your own money flittering away. Number 24, which I thought was a good one, because if you are someone who's had lots of different jobs, it's combine all of your pensions. So I have had probably like 8 or 9 different jobs where I've had a pension there, here and there, and it's probably got, I don't know, maybe even as little as like a couple of £100 in, not a huge amount in there. But I need to do this. This is not something that I have done, and it's something that I keep telling myself I need to do, and I just need to sit down and do it. But I'm going to go through all of my old jobs and combine all of the pensions that I have and put it in one together, so that you can start compounding the interest on that. But my husband is going to collect the pension from his old job and his new job, and because his new job has a better rate of return, he's going to combine them so he can start compounding that interest more and earning more money from his money. And my number 25, which is always my favorite tip that I tell anyone that wants to save money, that wants to get out of debt, that really struggling financially, it's stop keeping up with the Joneses. If you are so busy comparing what other people have to you, what you want, what you don't have, if you can stop comparing yourself to others, either in person or online, and just start being happy with what you have got, you are gonna do so much better financially and save so much more money, because you're not consistently trying to chase the new trend and buy new things. Trends and things that are in fashion, the next best car, the next best bag or shoe, they're expensive. Get functional things that work, that you do like I do really care about the clothes I wear. You may not think that I like clothes because I probably always just look a bit of a wreck, but I really like specific things about clothes. So I don't go following trends, but I do get items that I know that I like. And one thing you need to do if you want to be financially independent, financially stable, not go into debt, is understand what you like as a consumer, not what society tells you you should like. That is where you become so much more free financially, because you're not being dragged down by what society tells you you need. You are opening yourself up to know what you like as a person. Those are my 25 easy ways that you can save money in 2025. All of my lovely subscribers put more ideas down below. I'm sure there's many things that I have forgotten, but I thought these were quite easy things that you can start doing today to save you money. And I'm going to have so many more of these type of videos coming out over the next month, so please, if you would like more help in becoming more financially stable in 2025, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. Let me know any other videos that you would like to see. I will see you again in a few more days, hopefully, for my next video, and have a wonderful new year, friends. Bye for now.